All right, Early Crow punters, we are joined by Adam Wilkinson, the General Manager for Werribee Racing Club. Adam, thanks for coming on and welcome to the Early Crow.
My pleasure, Pratty. Thanks very much for having me. It's an exciting time of year for the club, leading into, I suppose, in simple terms, our grand final day in a couple of weeks, Werribee Cup Day.
Yeah,
Do you
love it,
start
mate.
looking at the weather forecast yet?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's always been, one that's on, from a fair way out actually. And I think I heard the Ballarat CEO Peter Downs say the other day that they've got a great day as well. So they're Saturday, we're Sunday. So I'm hopeful he's right.
Okay.
What's the long range forecast telling us now?
Oh, I think it's early 20s. So good
Oh,
solid day. Exactly what where's the racing club, particularly on our event days, look for. Last couple of years has been a bit hit or miss. We were lucky last year. We had pretty average weather either side of the Sunday, which was our race day. And the year before we had, I think it was about 34, 35 degrees. So we've had a bit of everything. Hopefully we find a sweet spot this year, boys.
yeah,
That's good
beautiful.
information because P-Rat needs that sort of stuff because he's a deep, deep thinker with sort of gear. Fashion-wise, we saw it at Mooney Valley on Friday night. He made 2 wardrobe changes
One
instantly.
wardrobe change, don't you start?
Unbelievable. So Pratty, early 20s, what's that mean? That's almost shorts weather for you,
Yeah,
purebred
well, I
Victorian.
mean, I think that's the great part about it, and we'll get into why Adam's on and what we're doing with the Werribee Racing Club later on in hosting the stalls on Werribee Cup Day. But mate, that's probably perfect weather for shorts as well, isn't it, Adam? I know that there's not as strict dress code policy into the members or anything like that at Werribee Cup, but that'll be just a nice linen shirt and a pair of shorts. I reckon, Dicko, that might be the perfect attire for Werribee Cup
I
Day.
wouldn't rule out a 3-piece with a big cowboy hat, but we'll just see what happens.
Nah,
I think that
love it.
sums you boys up pretty well.
Yeah,
You're exactly
yeah, they'll be
right,
polar
Pratty.
opposites. Whatever
Shorts and a
Dicko does,
shirt,
I'll do the opposite.
perfect for where you blokes will be.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. Before we get into what we are doing, the stalls themselves, a bit on the Werribee Racing Club as a whole, mate. I was doing a little bit of research before, and I just come across a name that actually won the Werribee Cup, and Dicko will be like, "Oh shit, it's Keats, it's my horse," but actually, Makybe Diva won the Werribee Cup in 2002.
That's right. Yeah, it certainly put us on the map from a cut perspective. It was when Pratty the cut was is now the Bendigo Cup date, so the Wednesday prior to the Melbourne Cup.
Right.
So it was a completely different event back then. But obviously, as times have changed, we've taken on the international horses to do their quarantine period here. We've had to move our cup to our now December date. But yeah, Makybe Diva went on to win a Melbourne Cup, and I think if you look back even further, Pratty Dave and Stevens years gone by was also a Werribee Cup winner that come on to win the Melbourne Cup as well. So we certainly, as a racing club, hang our hat on those 2 horses particularly. But
And Keats, who went on to win a Maui Cup.
that's exactly right. Yeah, our latest winner in Keats is obviously holds special place in our heart here as well.
I mean, you'll have to forgive me. It was 1962 that even Stevens won that Werribee Cup. I was probably not even a thought in the old man's head by that stage. But anyway, what does a Cup Day mean like for you, for the club, for Werribee? I know that in the past as well, the club did go into administration and came out of that in 2015 or 16, I think it was. What does Werribee Cup Day mean for you and for your club, and from a financial point of view?
Yeah, it's a special day. It's a look at like I said earlier. It's our grand final day. It's our opportunity to really showcase what we do. It's a really important opportunity for our community to come together as well at an
Yep.
important time of year leading into Christmas, and we see that as our responsibility in some respects to put on a great event for all those guys within the community. As I said, we need to support our members on this day as well, provide them with a great day. But not only that, from a racing perspective as well. We made a strategic decision just over 12 months ago now to move our cut back from 2,000 metres back to 1,600 metres. And I think based upon the field that we got last year, Keats beats Juniper, 2 quality horses, I think we were justified in that decision. And that decision was based off the back of probably average cups years gone by at 2,000 metres, considering the time of year that it was. We have a Cranbourne Cup on the weekend at 1,600 metres, 2 weeks into a Werribee Cup, and then 2 weeks into the Lord Stakes over the Christmas period at Caulfield as well. So from that perspective, that was the reason we went back to 1600, and I think we were justified in doing that as well.
Was that a tough decision on your end to make that call, or make that call with the committee? Like, I mean, we know things in racing, everybody loves history and the historical race, and it's 2,000 metres. Obviously, you've had one change in the past being on what used to be Bendigo Cup Day, then you moved into December. I assume that's a decision that's not taken lightly.
No, it's not. There's a fair bit to work through, and we work through that obviously with Racing Victoria as well.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie, though. Like, numbers suggest that that decision was a good decision for us, and that's based on a few things. Obviously, field size plus turnover. And if you look at the overall quality and rating of those horses that raced last year, would suggest that it's the right move, and I'm hopeful that's going to be the case for the long term. The purists and the traditionalists would suggest that it's important to have your cup field run past the winning post twice in some respects and start at the top of the straight. That was some of the feedback that we got, some of the considerations that get taken into these decisions, but ultimately we feel it was a decision that was justified, and we look forward to continuing based upon, as I said, the programming of a Cranbourne Cup into a potential Werribee Cup into obviously Lord Stakes is good programming for some horses, I would have thought.
Dicko, you own last year's winner in Keatsy Boy. Did you target this race from a long way out, Werribee Cup, and how important do you see as races like this to the industry?
Yeah, from memory, we ran Just Folk and Keats in a 800 metre race at Caulfield, a group race, which Just Folk won, Keats might have run third, and we wanted to back him up into the Werribee Cup to give him like the absolute PR to win a cup. I think that's what we did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
We'll do all that and do our own research there, but I'm pretty sure that's what we did, and it's just a good platform for a horse to run to its best. I know, speaking with Gavin, and like Werribee's considered a good track to race horses on, and it's like good two horses. There's tracks where these cups are that are a high risk for horses because they, the cup will be race 8 in the middle of summer or when it's hot, and it'll dry right out, and there's great cushion and great drainage at, say, Flemington, where they can pound the water in and hold moisture. We had Pesto run at Ararat the other day, and it was probably a firm 2 by the time he raced, as examples. So the participants like Werribee, I'd assume, Adam, that's because the track's got to be to a standard to house the imports as they come for the Melbourne Cup. And I think that's also important that the industry support this meeting. And to my eye, they did last year. It looked like a great crowd. But the club's putting on its service for the imports to get to the benefit of Flemington and racing as a whole, not just Victorian racing, the whole of racing. The Melbourne Cup and that carnival's what holds the whole thing together, and Werribee's doing a job there, so I think it's important the industry supports Werribee's day, and it looked to me like they did last year, and I'm sure we are going to do it this year, and we'll bring a lot of energy to the meeting, and who knows, we might be able to bring a horse or two as well.
That's a good point, Dicko. Look, we're really proud of what we've been able to achieve, particularly through that quarantine period over a sustained number of years now. I think it's 13 years since Americane was part of the first shipment that arrived here at Werribee. 21 individual Group 1 winners, including 6 Melbourne Cup winners, have come out of our property, 5 Cox Plate winners. So it's some pretty impressive statistics over a long sustained period. And I suppose even if you recall our Spring Carnival this year, although we didn't have a Group 1 winner, we ran second in a Cox Plate with Prognosis.
Well, let's just pause for a second. You ran second in the Cox Plate with Prognosis, and you would have won the last 60 million editions of the Cox Plate with Prognosis. Agree. So full credit to Werribee and its facilities. You just ran into Uncle Chris and like a daughter of God having the greatest performance I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think you summed that up pretty well, Warp Speed's another one, ran second in the Melbourne Cup, and some would suggest it a little bit unlucky, but one smooth operator and Sea King winning Geelong Cup and Bendigo Cups suggests that we've had a pretty impressive spring once again.
Sea King's probably the run of the race in the Melbourne Cup.
It's good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it was good. So he makes his way to Murwillumbah now to Matthew Dunn, so it'll be interesting to see.
Great trainer every possible. can target all sorts of races from that joint. Queensland, New South Wales, he can get him down here if he has to.
Yeah.
Sea King's a very nice horse and one I think everyone can follow moving forward. Matty Dunn is an outstanding trainer, massively underrated. Could even sneak into a highway maybe, I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, you're right. Could well do.
Now, these are the sort of tangents that will occur on Cup Day in the stalls. That's why we've got you on, Adam. We're here to promote the Early Crow, helping out Werribee Racing Club and getting the opportunity to host the stalls for the day. Can you explain what the stalls is, what the type of package is, and what Dicko and I will be attempting to do on Werribee Cup Day?
Yeah, look, I'm really rapt to have you boys along. I think, it really tops off our event in general across the entire course. But the store's a new concept this year, and one that I think a lot of our patrons have been calling out for. It's for the real racing purists. So when we say the stalls, it is literally close by the stalls on race day. You'll see the horses walk from their stalls around to the mounting yard.
We'll just jump in. So if you're playing at home, you're not sure what the stalls are. The stalls is where the horses sit and wait and get saddled up, and they have a drink, and they get their tongue ties put on, their saddles put on. They go for a walk. They go back to their stall. Each horse will have its own stall. You can go and check them out, and then they'll walk from there when they're ready to the mounting yard. Then they go and race.
That's right. So for the real racing purists. So it'll be obviously you boys hosting. You'll have a few trainers. Hopefully a jockey might roll in through the day. We'll certainly provide tips. There'll be a punters club as well, which is exciting. And based upon your performances over the years, Dicko, I know that whatever they put into the punters club, I'm sure they'll walk out with more than what they started with. So that's something for them to look forward to as well.
Well, this will set the trolls off, Adam. But I've maybe never ever been in better form in my life.
There you go.
Caulfield smacked it and just smacked the dessert on Saturday again. That carnival, bang. Moonee Valley, bang. Flemington, bang. Just got to keep rolling. Got to keep the momentum, Pratty, till we get to Werribee.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We're looking forward to it. So it includes, obviously, for your ticket price at $135, which I think is really good value. You get your it's a 5-hour drinks package, 3-hour food package through the day as well. Plenty to look forward to. Good fun spot. Be a mix of a lot of people in there as well. We expect probably between 130, 150 people in the stores through the day. Our own private courtyard overlooking the stores area as well. So we can supply that. We can't promise the weather. We can hope that we're going to have a great day weather-wise. We'll promise the beer's cold. The food will be nice. And I'm sure you boys will back some winners through the day and everyone will have a cracker.
Let's get into a bit more detail. Are we talking cans, stubbies, or off the tap?
Cans.
Perfect.
No,
you are going to get more than your money's worth just from the beer and the food.
Yep, 100%.
They'll get more than their money's worth from the beer and the food alone.
Exactly. And we recognise that, times are tough at the moment. We're not after margin in these type of packages. We're just wanting people to come to the races, enjoy what we're about, and have a great day. And I know you blokes will put on a show for them.
100%. We'll try and get some participants involved through the day. We might even, he'll probably be awake by then. We might even FaceTime T. Papley and get him to say something and maybe tip something wherever they're racing in New South Wales that day. It'll be high energy.
Yep.
And I'm really looking forward to it. Sounds like we can sort of do whatever we want. And
pretty much.
Whilst that's a little bit scary, could be a lot of fun. The
floor is yours, particularly, I suppose. You are seem quite excited about that 5-hour drinks package, and I know you're quite welcome to give it a nudge whilst you're backing plenty of winners.
Just got to try and get myself there.
Yeah, we might have to put the tongue tie and the blinkers on Dicko early, get him through the middle part of the day, and then take the blinkers off and release the shackles and show him where the bar is after that. But it sounds like a fun day. It'll be both formal and informal. Like Dicko and I will just be mingling amongst the crowd for a bit. We'll make sure we interview a few participants then before each race, once we've had a bet and once we've decided what we're going to bet on, and we'll make sure that we get somebody to run the bets out to the bookies, and we take the best price, and we should make a good day of it. It's something that we're looking forward to doing. Dicko, it's been 7 years-ish now of you being a professional punter. You've had the mailbag
probably
bloodstock
closer to
now.
10, Pratty.
Oh, yep, fair enough. You've had the mailbag bloodstock now for what? 2 years,
Maybe 3.
maybe 3. Yep. So
I'm not sure, mate, to be honest.
hopefully, yeah. I mean, and as you can see, punters, this is what you'll get on the day as well. There'll be no media training put over the top of what Dicko and I say. It'll all be authentic and should be a really fun day.
I think that's a big push. If you like, this will be a private event, is it not?
Yep.
Everything I do and say at this event will be alleged and in jest and a joke, and I will not be held liable. But if you want to have something different from the dot ball play the V sort of content we cop in this industry, this will be the place to be, particularly for the last sort of 2 of that 5 hours. We're going to let rip. We're going to have a big day. We're going to have a fun day, and hopefully we're going to back plenty of winners. And I know personally we have a heap of horses coming back in. We had 2 or 3 trials this morning at Cranbourne, and I hope we can get a runner or 2 there, just add to the whole day. So very, very, very excited to allegedly be at the Werribee Cup.
Oh, well, we will be there. That's not alleged, but anything that has been said and will be said will be alleged.
No, we really appreciate your support, boys. I think over the years they say, particularly at Moonee Valley, where legends are made, and I'm hopeful come Sunday, 8th of December at Werribee, that there's 2 more legends that we can add to the Werribee Racing Club. I'm sure you blokes will put on a floor show for everyone and have a cracking day. And I think, as you say, this is the spot to be because it's got a bit of everything, and it's for the true racing purist. The beer will be cold, the food will be good, and as I said, the weather will be cracking as well.
And honestly, it is traditionally a nice betting meeting. There's often a little bit of rain around that time of year, so the track's got good give in it, but they haven't had to put too much water on. I reckon there's normally 4 maidens. They're normally spread from 1,000 to 1,600, so we can work hard and find that progressive horse to go there and get the job done and start the day in the right way. I don't know if there's 4 maidens. I'm just assuming because they're normally
3 or 4. Yeah, there will be. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
from memory, it's 1,000, 12, 14 and 1,600 metre maiden.
Yeah. I think you might even find this year, Dicko, we've got a 2,700 metre maiden. But
we have got somebody out wide that does love his staying horses, so we'll make sure that we bring the mail for that as well. But Adam, if there's one thing that I can guarantee is that there is one bloke here who has the shorter of the 2 beards, and he will be performing on that day. It's you put him in front of a crowd with a can in his hand, and it's going to be all on. So, no, thank you for the opportunity. It's going to be good fun. As we said, if you're going and having a look at the Werribee Racing Club, werribee.tickets.countryracing.com.au, look for the package. It's called The Stalls. You'll see the Early Crow logo there. It's $135 a ticket if you're a non-member, $120 if you are a member, and it'll be good fun. It'll be a punters club. We'll be watching all the races. We'll be chatting to industry participants, and on top of all this is a 3-hour food package and a 5-hour cold can beverage package. So should be good fun. Adam, thank you so much for your time this morning, mate. We're seriously looking forward to it.
Pleasure, fellas, and thanks very much for your support. And we're really excited and looking forward to a great day.